Well, among others, being here, that's in the field, to have a look how everything is done here with the high-fence machines, among others, where I've seen them on all presentations in the past. And of course, it was a pleasure to join all the different field phenotyping activities again. Focus on field phenotyping only workshop, there have been not so many, always in larger context, so that made me join it here. Field phenotyping focus and the visit to the field. There are a lot of similarities. As you may know, I'm from Forschungszentrum Jülich, where we developed and have in operation also a lot of sensors familiar or similar to what you see here. But that's directly also my interest, to see what's going on here and what are the different or subtle differences. Yeah. Yeah, that's always for me a bit question when you ask real applications, because I think there's a lot to gain in knowledge and understanding traits, and as the traits I'm focusing on often are rather novel traits, especially in photosynthesis. If you may ask a breeder about photosynthesis, he may directly say that it's not a real application. So so that's a little bit terminology, or playing with terminology, but I think there's a lot to gain in all the plant traits, physiology, and traits in knowledge acquiring that are relevant. So for me, it's if I can measure photosynthesis, for example, I think that's a real achievement, and I can measure that for different crops at different times. I know it will be different, but that tells me a lot about the function of plants. I also realize this is not yield per se, or it may not even be related the way we measure it. Although from the theory and from the functioning, it must be related. Photosynthesis is the core process of plant production, but yeah, obviously the breeders are not measuring it because there are many other traits that also influence it. But so it's still very interesting for me to understand that better. I see, but you see also the combination with the breeders, and when you talk about application, there's certainly an applicational side to the phenotyping, and companies like this bring the sensors to the field, and I think there will be more and more steps. Labor is, in Europe specifically, is a limiting factor, and the more you can automate it, quantification there, objective quantification, I think there will be made more and more steps for. If I divide it, I was just talking to Rudolf in the existing traits that can be quantified now objectively or automatically. That will be one direction that will continue, I think, and will be used more using these automatic vehicles that we see here, the drones. So that's one direction. The adaptation of novel traits, I think that will still stay in the academic domain. The adaptation, if it's functional, may go very fast, but I think we have the advantage that all the platforms, as they will increase, they can be adopted much quicker. So that's a nice outlook for me as a scientist, because every interesting trait I may come up with, or I may say, oh, I can now measure it. It can directly or more easily be put in high throughput than in the past, where you had a photosynthesis machine and then, but you need to develop all the positioning also. So that I see in the future, in the coming 2-5 years. More automation, and because of that higher automation, easier adaptation also of novel traits to larger scale experiments. I look a lot at photosynthesis. I don't dream about photosynthesis. It's not. I just sleep well, but it's a fascinating trait for me. Throughout my career, I've been looking at photosynthesis in different co-factors that determine it. So I certainly do not dream about photosynthesis, but I still dream about understanding the plants a little bit better in response to their environment. That's the phenotyping, genes and environment. I do not work so much on genes, but the environment, that plant, this is winter wheat we see here behind, that it can grow in winter at temperatures of close to zero, or and here now in a warm day it also produces well. How does that photosynthetic mechanism work? Still understanding that, yeah, I dream about that, or I enjoy understanding the plants a little bit better.